This is another hot day in Rio, and you know, this is where what everybody dreams about, coming to see Christ the Redeemer. This is on top of the world, and I feel like I have died and gone to heaven. This is a very special place that I think every tourist wants to come and share this experience here with Christ the Redeemer in Rio. Rio, which is lots of fun, lots of beaches, lots of food, lots of great people. This is a fabulous holiday.
My name is Gio. I'm the tour guide here for the city of Rio de Janeiro. That nice cathedral you see right here behind me, that was built in 1976. Actually, they started to build this in 64 after our main capital, Brasilia, was built. So people in Rio, they got very jealous. We lost the capital to Brasilia, to a brand new, very modern city. So, got jealous, let's build something similar. And that is very modern, huge, fits 20,000 people standing inside. The Pope was here, so they had that amount inside. And seated normally for the normal mass, 5,000 people. So it's a real symbol of the Catholic Church of Brazil.
The city of Rio is filled with colonial and modern architecture. The Colombo Coffee House is a must-stop on everyone's visit. It's one of the oldest restaurants in all of Rio.
Rebobinando século, meus velhos carnavais, minha melancolia.
The stained glass windows and ceiling are so colorful, they will amaze you. Did you know that Roberto Burle Marx designed all of the wiggly, swirly sidewalks of Rio? And the museum is offering an exhibit of his work. This is the patio of the museum with an open sky.
I'm Jon Haggins, and I'm here on the world's sexiest beach in Ipenema in Rio, and this is where all the gorgeous people come out. We flew down directly from New York on TAM, and TAM provides the best service in business class. You will absolutely love it. Remember, whenever you're traveling down to Rio, take TAM.
Já não me valeria nada, tudo que eu sabia dia.
You know what I love about this part of Rio is the fact that it's old, it has so much history, and it's an artist colony. I mean, people are so creative with these cultural expressions, which I think is a talk about Santa Teresa.
Well, Santa Teresa is really the place where you go to when you want to get in touch with the folkloric part of our story of Rio, and also the artists and the food. Everything here has always the history and the traditional part, involved. So,
and talk about that trolley. I mean, this old traditional trolley that comes through, and people are hanging off the sides.
You saw a pregnant woman hanging on the tram car? That's
unbelievable.
Once in a life. It's really not, you don't find it anywhere else.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
Only Santa Teresa.
Ah, Santa Teresa. I love to say that. You know what I said about the Brazilians? I said they're very sexy. After all, they invented the string bikini. And so what if they sound like steam heat? You know, this is Maracanã.
Yes.
It's where I first saw Pelé in 1969. Imagine that.
Jesus,
I was a teenager.
You're old.
I was a teenager. And it was the best game as far as I'm concerned. And it was very exciting to be here today in, 2009, to come back to this stadium, which is huge. How many people?
Nowadays, 87,000. It was built actually for 200,000 people at that time.
Oh my God.
Now international laws, 87, everybody seated.
And the sport, everybody's so crazy about the football here in Brazil.
Futebol do Brasil.
Futebol do Brasil.
Yes, very good.
Yes, I love it. I mean, this sort of tops off today, Maracanã, coming back for another experience of walking through the grounds, the locker rooms, and seeing the history of this incredible sport.
Elizabeth II here in first time just to know Pelé.
These jeeps are another means of transport to Corcovado.
Coming up to Corcovado is a mind-blowing experience because Cristo, the Redeemer, is standing there waiting for everyone. It's a great welcoming experience, and I think everyone comes here. It's almost like a religious experience, I think.
Yes.
Bom dia. This is Copacabana, and this is where we're going to see Christ the Redeemer. I love it here.
I have finally arrived at the top of the world, looking up at Christ the Redeemer and a spectacular aerial view of the city and Sugarloaf.
This is on top of the world, and I feel like I have died and gone to heaven. This is a very special place that I think every tourist wants to come and share this experience here with Christ the Redeemer in Rio. Rio, which is lots of fun, lots of beaches, lots of food, lots of great people.
Noite de lua serenata, se ouve ao longe.
You won't believe this, but I'm in a helicopter where they've removed the doors so that I can get a clear view of Christ the Redeemer and the coastline of the city of Rio. This is living. That was a wow experience, an experience of a lifetime.
Here we are, that's the Carmen Miranda Museum. This year they started in 1976. It tells the story of Carmen Miranda from the beginning. She started in Brazil in 1929. So 1929, and she worked here for 10 years. And she got really a celebrity already in Brazil when she moved to the States in 1939. So that's the luggage and all the clothes that she took. She used to sew herself to make her own clothes. And then, of course, when she got in the States, she got the whole production, the whole Hollywood production. Then they got much nicer and much more decorated, of course. And, well, she died quite young. It was in 1955. And then after that, her husband sent all her things here in order to make that beautiful museum that you see now.
And those shoes. You can't forget those shoes. She was not a very tall woman, but the shoes gave her lift, and her spirit was always very gay and lifting.
O seresteiro cabisbaixo desce a rua, magoado com a lua.
Glad to see the lady in the tutti-frutti hat. The gentlemen, they want to make me say, see, but I don't tell them that, I tell them yes, sirree. And maybe that is why they come for beach to me, the lady in the tutti-frutti hat.
Noite de lua serenata, se ouve ao longe, na voz plangente de violão, apaixonado.
At the Churisca Prochal restaurant, you'll find an incredible Brazilian feast with a variety of dishes to choose from.
Sua tristeza toda em versos de canção, amargurado e soluçante, o pinho chora do companheiro sempre junto ao coração, e a lua cheia lá no alto.
The cable car takes me up to Sugarloaf for another aerial view of the city, the ocean, and the bay.
We're on our way to Sugarloaf, which is on top of the world. It's where everybody comes to see this incredible panoramic view of the city of Rio and the bay and the ocean. It's fantastic. I love it. We're going to take the cable car up.
Mas da semente pode haver a flor que me desperta.
We've finally arrived on top of Sugarloaf, and this is where everybody comes because they can see this panoramic view of the ocean and the bay. And behind me is Copacabana Beach, which is just an idyllic place to spend your time relaxing and listening to the whispers of life. I love it here in Rio.
So remember, whenever you fly to Rio, take TAM Airlines, because TAM offers the best business class service.
Que